Well, hello there and welcome back to the channel. Amber here, and today we're diving into the Inside Episode 3 sneak peek where we finally get to see our first real look at Episode 4 and Rhuidean. And this is huge because we're about to witness one of the most highly anticipated moments for the Wheel of Time book fans. It's a turning point for Rand, a massive moment in the series, and honestly, I can't wait to break it all down with you. As always, you can find me on Instagram, Discord, and Blue Sky, and please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. So let's get into it. So first off, we're heading into Rhuidean with Rand and his crew, and things are about to get fun. Moiraine lays it all out to Rand. He will walk through the glass columns and retrace the footsteps of his ancestors. But here's the twist. Every step forward actually takes him backwards in time. For non-book readers, pay attention when the episode drops, because the visions in Rhuidean don't happen in chronological order. Each vision goes backwards in time, and each man who wants to become an Aiel clan chief must take this trial. Why? Because to lead, he has to understand not just his own past, but the entire history of the Aiel. And then, bam, flashes of moments hit us. First up, Janduin, Rand's biological father, right in the middle of the Aiel War. And this is just the beginning. The next scene is of Moiraine entering the rings of Rhuidean, where any prospective wise one must enter this ter'angreal and experience their future. All possibilities of what is to come again and again in variation. Side note here, but I love the visual aspect of Moiraine spinning within the rings. The concept design of the rings just looks really well done. We then see a couple, a man and woman, watching a large display of channeling within Rhuidean. And first of all, it looks beautiful. This is the type of channeling that I've been dying to see. Another thing to take note of is the costuming. It's not the same as the Aiel we have met thus far. The man holds a spear, but his clothing is decorated with shells. Perhaps this is a nod to the earlier Aiel culture remembering the past, from a time where water was plentiful after moving to a desert. It's so far back enough in the timeline that these Aiel remember their lives before living in the waste. And this would make sense because there are a lot of themes here to think about. The duty of remembrance is woven richly throughout the experiences within the glass columns. Metaphorically, the shells would be a burden to carry because the past isn't just their history, but a harsh obligation to know and carry with you. A reminder of a time when water was plentiful and life was easier. A reminder of what was given up as a penance. Next is a flash of Bear in the current timeline breaking a woman's spears, saying, "You cannot run from what you must be." If you've read the books, you can probably guess who she's saying this to. But for non-book readers, keep in mind that the Wise Ones are the leaders of the Aiel. They hold top influence over everyone, even the clan chiefs. So breaking someone's spears is saying, your time as a warrior is over. And it's a huge indication that someone's life is about to change forever. Next, we see someone who appears to be Rhuarc walking purposefully towards a Shaido camp while they run towards him. Next is two Shaido Aiel, a man and a woman, looking ready to attack Rhuarc with Rand standing behind him. And they are thrown back by the channeling of a wise one. Another super exciting moment because it's our first glimpse of seeing that there are Aiel who can channel the one power. Also, these two Shaido look incredible. IMDb lists this actress as Savannah and the male actor as Couladin. And it's so exciting knowing that this altercation is coming up next episode. Her head garment is so over the top, all of the jewelry and gold is exactly how I envisioned her. Another incredible looking scene. We then see Lan and Avienda engage in a little sparring. I'd love to hear your speculation on this. Is it training? Is it an altercation? We will have to wait and see. And finally, we see a flashback to what appears to be the Age of Legends based on the costuming. Rand gazes backwards and the camera cuts to Lanfear, or should I say Mirren Arrownail, her former name before she turned to the Shadow. I cannot tell you how exciting it is to see a glimpse into Lanfear's backstory. It's one of those moments that I've been wishing for. Actually, anything having to do with the Age of Legends is really one of my favorite aspects of the Wheel of Time series. Lanfear fans should be breathing into a paper bag right now. We next get a short scene between Rand and Moiraine where he says, "You've never tried to help me," to which she replies, "That's all I've ever done," which points towards a furthering divide between the two characters. We jump to a quick scene of Moiraine holding a crystalline ball, an object of the One Power. Any thoughts, any speculations? Why does she have it, and what is she planning to do with it? We see Rand walking through the glass columns, then another cut frame of the glass columns of Rhuidean exploding up out of the ground. Then a flash of Moiraine seeing our young characters, Perrin, Elaine, Mat, Nynaeve, Egwene, and Rand, standing with Lanfear in allegiance with her, obviously being plagued by visions of the future. Then more flashes of Moraine's visions and repeated scenes of her death. Janduin screams in anguish, Rand screams, Moiraine screams, Avienda as well, and an unknown man. Later within the inside the episode, we move back to a scene of Lanfear and Rand within Tel'aran'rhiod, with him saying, "You can't keep bringing me here." And she says, "I didn't bring you here this time." She says she wants to escape her dark oaths. She wants the Sarkarnan and Kalendor for both of them to use to defeat the Dark One. And there's a lot of implications about Lanfear here and her true intentions. Is she really willing to betray the Dark One? Book readers and fans of Lanfear, tell me your honest thoughts. I do think all this conversation about Lanfear within the Inside the Episode 3 video means we should be paying attention to her and questioning her true intentions. So let's take a step back and wrap it up here. There is so much awesome stuff to come, and I cannot wait to talk about it once episode 4 airs next week. As always, if you'd like to help support the channel, check out Road to Valon on Patreon and YouTube memberships. Special thanks to my newest Patreon member, Chelsea. This video is dedicated to you. And to all my viewers, I'll see you back when it's time to talk about episode 4.